What's up, guys? I wanted to do this video because I wanted to teach you guys how to do more with your dexterity. I wanted to loosen up your fingers and train your fingers more independence. These exercises will help you if you're working on something from cardistry or a magic move. This also goes to if you're trying to play an instrument. This helps me when I play my guitar. This will help piano players. These exercises are from a guy named Greg Irwin. He is famous for teaching how to do certain finger exercises, and I'm going to teach you a couple of them. He has a whole bunch of different ones. He has weird ones where he puts a coin between his fingers and like walks across the table. Oh god, like walks across the table. That's actually pretty difficult to do. Actually, let me see. In the video, he had a pretty big coin, but I don't... Oh Christ, does it work better with a bigger coin? Don't care. Don't care, gonna use a lens cap. Well, that is very difficult. I've been doing these exercises for years, and it does speed up the process if you're trying to learn a very difficult move. Like this, these actually did help me with Uzumaki. Actually, these moves actually help you with extremely difficult sleights from like Dan and Dave, because they have very, very difficult maneuvers that you have to master just to get like a very simple trick down. Without further ado, guys, I'll show you how to do these. Alright, so we're going to start off with the first exercise. Something very, very simple. I've been doing this since like middle school. So what do you want to do? You want to take both your hands, just like this. Flatten them out, spread them out. Just like that. And what you're going to do, you're going to take your index fingers. You're going to cross them like this. Come back out, then cross them again, and then come back out. And then you do the same thing with the middle finger. You cross them, switch, cross, and you go down to the ring finger, then you go down to the pinky. And that is essentially the workout. And you want to keep doing this, and it's gonna feel a little weird at first, especially with the two middle fingers, your middle finger and your ring finger. Your ring finger and your middle finger are actually connected, I think, with the tendons. If you ever done like the trick where you put all your fingers down like this, you can raise this one, you can raise your pinky, but you cannot move your ring finger. So these are both connected together. So with this, you want to gain speed just like that. And you don't really want to come apart a lot. Like, you don't want to go like this. You want to try to keep as much contact as you can to stretch out those fingers. I'm going to do a little side view of what that should look like also. So it's just this, and try to keep it controlled, and this will tire your hands out. And don't try to go too fast. This is me at a controlled speed. If I wanted to like force it, I'll just all that does is just burn out my fingers and make me slide all over the place. But you just want to keep it controlled, just like that. And you're gonna feel it in your forearms here and in here. You're gonna feel it all over the place. Now, you could do this to make it a little bit easier. You could just do the entire hand. That does loosen up the fingers, but this exercise actually, that gives it more finger independence. So if you want one finger to do something very specific, like if you're doing like a card move, the Sybil, like when you do the Sybil, all your fingers are doing, sorry, you have a band-aid on, it's not making it easy. Like the Sybil is making your fingers do all these different things, and you want your fingers to independently do their own thing and not follow each other. When you get more advanced at it, you could do these when your fingers actually move in groups, just like that. So you do the top, so you do the top and bottom ones, and you do the two middle, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, just like that. You could also, if you want it very difficult, the index finger and ring finger doing it, and then the ring finger and the middle finger and pinky. This is not easy to do. This also builds up independence in the fingers. It's difficult because I have to think about it also. There's also, you could do, this one's a bit easier. It's top half, bottom half, top half, bottom half, top half, bottom half. For some reason, when I was doing this like in middle school or early high school, I would do it this way. But you're basically, if you do it that way, you're overworking the middle two fingers. Ooh, oh my god, my forearms are just... Alright, let's move on to a different exercise. This is stretching. I would recommend doing this before doing all these exercises. I should put this first. But I usually do this before a gig or right before I start playing with a deck of cards, is that I stretch out my fingers. I stretch it out like right before you do an exercise or post-exercise or a run. You want to just simply put your hands into like a praying position and just push against one side, and you relax and push against the other one. You just want to do that. And some people, if you get your hands flexible enough, you could actually do this weird thing here, just like that. But you want to just try to loosen up your fingers, just like that. These actually do work and help out if you live in areas like where I live, Massachusetts, where we have winters, and when you get a gig during the winter time, it's very difficult to try to warm up your hands. These warm up your hands, and also doing this. You just take your hands, I guess this is like a clapping position. You squeeze both hands and you just want to rub them together. And that helps massage and also warm up your hands. I usually always have to do this right when I get inside and I'm trying to warm up my hands as fast as possible when I start playing with my cards. Just like that. It massages both hands. They're both warming up. Just like that. Another one, because you're working out the tendons down here and like the knuckles. How do you get the top knuckles? Very simple. All you have to do is literally like, it's easier to do it with two fingers. Oh yeah, two fingers at a time. What you want to do is do this. Basically, you're just folding down the same ones. I know Greg Irwin does weird things where he could do like the complete opposite on each hand. You don't really have to do that. It does make it look cooler. But yeah, this works. Doing this and this. That helps with finger independence too. My other favorite thing to do is when you take both your hands and you spread them just like that. And then you spread out the outer and out and this one's pretty difficult to do because you gotta try to spread it as far as you can. Some people can't do the Spock thing, but I've heard the best way to do it, I think this is how I learned how to do it, I don't remember, but I used to spread just like this, try to force it there, it would stay, and you just train yourself how to do it. And what some people do, actually, no, people don't do this. This is actually some trivia. If you've seen like the first Star Trek movie, the 2009 reboot with Chris Pine, the guy who plays Spock, Zachary something, He actually glued his fingers together to actually get that formation, because he's one of those people that can't get it. When you get good enough at doing this exercise, you actually could. What I love to do is this. It looks really trippy, and you could also this one's really difficult. This is the one I practice all the time because it looks really weird. Essentially, you're going through here, 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 and then you keep doing it, but it's really hard to keep track of what you're doing. That's what makes it way more difficult. Oh, another good one. I don't think this is from Greg Irwin. This might be from Dan and Dave. I don't remember, but this is a really good one. If you don't put your hand in a fist, but put all your fingers together and take your thumb and put it against all of your fingernails, just like that. Like what is this, like the monkey fist or the tiger fist I'm like fighting, or kung fu or whatever. You take it just like this. Every single one of your fingers is going to force against your thumb. So you're just building up all this pressure, and your thumb is gonna hold them all back. You're gonna do this with both hands. You're gonna just do it as hard as you can. And what that does is strengthens your hand back here, and it also loosens up the tendons to get more fluidity in your fingers. So you just force it, and you can do it for like 30 seconds to a minute, and just relax and shake your hands out. Your hands are gonna feel way more loose doing all this. You can do those weird exercises just like that. Also, another thing, right behind this camera here, you could get one of these. This is a Pro Hands. The name marked off. This is actually my second one. Forgot one of them at my sister's house a few years ago. Sometimes this does help. You don't have to get this from a Magic website. You could get this from like a Dick's Sporting Goods or any sports store. These also work for people who play baseball. So if you don't play baseball, these help with the grip to hold onto it better. Tennis players use this. Anything that helps with strengthening your grip. I do use this from time to time. Doesn't help that I have a band-aid because I got a splinter from cleaning something off my floor, but actually let me do it with my left hand. I try to do similar exercises, like when you have like going like this, I do the 2 out, 2 in, 2 out, 2 in, 2 out, 2 in, and I try to do like the opposite, start to gain that independence and giving strength within my hand and in my fingers. So, like these aren't greatly important, but it does loosen up your fingers way more. See, after all that, my fingers have gotten much better with it. Alright guys, that is it. Go out and practice these moves. You could also go on Greg Irwin's website and try to buy these things. I don't know if he has them for download, honestly. I've learned a lot of these on YouTube or just watching his hands. They're all there if you want to get very serious with finger independent exercises. I would also leave his YouTube down below. And you don't really need all different bunch of devices to get stuff done like this. You basically already have your 2 hands to get all that done. Yeah, I want to do a challenge. I want to see if you guys will practice these. Actually, try to learn like a very difficult move, like one move that you've been trying for years and years, or something that you thought you could do, tried it, didn't work out. Try these exercises and then go back to that trick and see how much you improved or see how much easier that move is. But anyways guys, that is all from me. Comment below which one was your favorite move, or comment below if you ever improved on any trick that you tried. So guys, that's all, and peace. See ya.